Was it appalling to think that the Packers would give Brett Favre $25 million to not play football a couple of years back? Or that Tiger Woods will remain one of the richest men in the world, no matter what the paparazzi thinks of his morality? I submit to you that making gaudy amounts of money being a sportsman isn't anything new. It has nothing to do with what kind of guy you are. It's been bequeathed through time. Peter Strzok wrote a piece recently in Lapham's Quarterly, of which he is an editorial advisor. I don't know what that is either, but it sounds very impressive, and he is a professor at the Ivy League school Penn. So anyway, he wrote that the highest grossing athlete in the history of mankind performed long before the slogan, "It's got to be the shoes," because there weren't any shoes. Peter joins us now. Who is the highest grossing athlete in the history of man?
That would be Gaius Apuleius Diocles, a chariot driver in ancient Rome.
How did he become the highest grossing athlete ever?
Well, he put bodies in seats. The ancient Romans would seat about 250,000 weekly for their chariot races. And that many people, there's a lot of money involved.
Now, to be fair, he never made $1 billion because $1 billion wouldn't have existed at the time. So how do you determine his worth through time compared to today?
That's absolutely correct. The dollar did not exist then, so it's very hard to do something like Roman money to American money. There's no chart that tells you the number of sesterces that go into a dollar. So what I did is try to look at relative wealth. How much of his nation's total wealth did this guy control? And if you do it that way, he earned a total lifetime winnings of 35 million sesterces at a time when that would have supported the Roman Empire at the height of its imperial powers for about 1/5 of the year. If you do a comparison to what that would buy you today, what would the same quantity of stuff cost today to support the American military, paying the regular wages of American soldiers, and doing the calculus for about 1/5 of the year, you come out to about $15 billion.
So he could have owned Europe if he wanted to at the time.
The man could have owned a great deal. That's right. He made much more than the highest paid provincial governors of the time. He made more than famous artists. He was wealthier than most anyone except the emperor.
So when you hear what today's athletes are actually making, what do you make of that?
Well, it's a lot of money, but it's, of course, it's pretty much chump change compared to what you could have made as a chariot driver.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot of money anymore. Peter Strzok, you are one very smart man. Thanks for joining us today.
Cheers. Thank you.
Deal with that, learn it, and tweet us at ESPN News The Beat on Twitter. And you can email us as well, thebeat@espn.com. We would like to hear from you